Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. Can you guys like type if you can hear me? Or comment if you can hear me? I'm not really sure. Can you guys hear me, Bren? Okay, good. So I've never done a live stream ever. I tried once the other day. Well, it was actually probably like a month ago at this point. And I was trying on my desktop and I had to like download this encoder and oh yes, this is good food. It is basically, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a bed of rice with vegetables and shrimp, and then I have some like sesame dressing. Oops, sorry. Yes, Bren, this is just because you were hungry. But anyways, I tried to do a live stream once, and it just ended up being like that screechy white noise, like nails on a chalkboard. It was the absolute worst. But I just realized I can do it on my phone, so I'm trying out a live stream for the first time. I don't even know what this is. I think it's a sesame dressing. This is what the food looks like. If I can show you without it falling out. My roommate brought this home for me. Bless her soul. She works at Original Joe's. Hello, Nightlights. Oh, you ordered your True Smile. Congratulations. Are you excited? I'm not wearing mine because I'm eating. Mmm, a shrimp. I hope that your impressions go well the first time. I had to do mine twice. Looks delicious, and now my tummy is starving. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna come closer to the camera because I realized I'm not filming on my DSLR, so it's not going to like put me out of focus if I move closer. Mmm. This is so good. And the broccoli, it's so fresh. Mmm. 15:15. That's like 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. It's 7:16 here, so 19:15 on a 24-hour clock. The crunch of the broccoli. The only problem with live streaming on your phone is that your guys' messages only pop up for like half a second and then it disappears, unfortunately. So, Bren, I didn't really catch what you said. I just heard, or I read about whitener trays, and then I saw a message about the floor. How old do you appear? It's hard to tell because I'm not actually looking at your channel, but maybe 15? Where do you live? One race? Did that say one race? I have to really pay attention or I'll miss your guys' messages. I'm doing my best. Laser focus. Oh, nice. 14. And New Zealand, cool. That's like a dream place. I've never been. And yes, Bren, hopefully they don't get stuck in your mouth. The one time I did my impressions and it ended up like hurting my gums over here because once they cement in place, there's like no moving them for 3 minutes. Is that Minnesota or Mississippi? Minneapolis? I'm terrible with American geography. Michigan. One of the ones I didn't even think of. I don't live in a state. I am from Canada. So I live in Vancouver, which is in the province of British Columbia. Well, I live in North Vancouver, technically, but... Yay, go Canada! Can you guys do me a favor if you watch my videos regularly? Can you make sure to give them a thumbs up? I know it's like just something that everybody says all the time, but it really helps our videos like be suggested in the suggested videos. Canadians did burn a city down. I believe that was this city, actually. I didn't live here, but I think that was in Vancouver. That was the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Keep in mind, it's not that the United States is the worst. It's just that there's also way more people in the United States, so there's going to be more crime. Do Canadians hate America? No, I think actually most Canadians grow up wishing that they lived in the United States. With Donald Trump right now, not so much, but most Canadians would be like, oh, my dream city's New York or LA. This dressing's a little bit salty, but I would say 8 out of 10. And it's still pretty healthy because it's rice and vegetables. What's the word of the day? What do you mean? I'll be old enough to vote in 2024. I hope that there are some great female and multiracial presidents to choose from by that time. And I hope you vote. Hi, Grace. Yay, my sparkly fam. I'm so excited that some of you guys are like awake right now. I mean, it's not like your bedtime or the hours that you're sleeping. We were talking about where we're from. Where are you from, Grace? Yes, Stephen Hawking has passed away. That is true. I made a post about it on my Instagram. Canadians don't even care, such avoid Americans. Yeah, I just feel like most Canadians think we're one and the same, except for politics. A lot of the time. Because a lot of the prejudices about Americans and about Canadians are just total BS, and it's like not even true. Some of them are probably true, but and to be fair, we also hear way more about American politics than Canadian politics living in Canada. That's probably the same about all over the world. It's just like American media everywhere. And you live right in New York City, Grace? I haven't been to Quebec in years, but I've been there too. Brooklyn, that was my dream city as a child too. I read a book called They Caged the Animals at Night, and it was about a boy from Brooklyn. It was a sad book, but it was really good, and I really related to that. And people do gang up on the US a lot of the time. They make them like the mockery of the media. Especially with the Bushes and Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Maybe you should be President Nightlights, and then you can show the North Koreans compassion and love and bring them over to North America. How do you go about direct messaging me? Well, there is a message option on YouTube. I have no idea how you send a message, but I know how to check them if you find out how to send me one. Or you can send me a message on Instagram if you use that. It's Jordan Jonah Sparks. Or you could send me a message on Twitter. It's Jordan J Sparks. And I don't have Facebook at the moment. It's deactivated. But you can send a message to my fan page on Facebook, and I will see it whenever I decide to activate my Facebook again. But for now, it's goodbye, Facebook. Being president is a big job. It would take guts, humanity and compassion, and extreme confidence, or just a really, really big and fragile ego. A super chat? Oh. My battery is at 10%, so. Nope. Oh, I found a way to make the messages appear for longer. Now I'm going back a little bit and see what you guys said that I missed. Oh, I didn't actually miss that much. Okay. I'm too nice and don't have the best confidence. That's okay. Confidence is something that you can build upon and fake it till you make it. I've never been super confident either, but I find the best way to become more confident is to find the little tiny things about yourself that you're already confident about and try to focus on those things and make those things your strengths. And a lot of the time, what you see as your weaknesses or your insecurities are actually secretly your biggest strengths. All right. Oh, Where'd the messages go? Have a great night. One race. Ooh, what kind of Pop-Tart? I was telling my roommate today how the United States has so many different kinds of Pop-Tarts. Canada has like 4 flavors. Mmm. The s'mores ones are my favorite. I think America is going through a phase, I hope. Maybe Canada is going through a phase as well. People don't take our Prime Minister very seriously either. Mmm. I'm so full all of a sudden. You are so right, Bren. I'm literally exactly the same. I was going to have a Lucky Charms mukbang on my channel sometime. Sorry, I have so much food in my teeth. I was going to do a Lucky Charms or just like cereal mukbangs on my channel if you guys want to see that. Or I could just eat cereal and do live streams kind of like I did this live stream. But yeah, I always eat cereal at night too. For some reason it just tastes better. I've never been a cereal in the morning kind of person. Even as a kid, when I ate cereal in the morning, it always just made me sick, so I tended to avoid cereal. And somebody else asked another question, and it was Grace, but I don't remember what it was. Let me go see. Oh, I have 2 cats. Well, my roommate has 2 cats, and their names are Pandora and Azura, and they're the cutest ever. And somebody else said, I wish there was some way to make the messages stay up. I'm sure there is, but I don't know how. I'm going into high school this year. My life will change forever. High school starts in grade 9 where you are? Or 9th grade? Or what do they call that in the United States? I don't remember. I know there's a specific name for each year of high school. Pandora is just precious. She's so sweet. Are either of them around right now? No. They're usually around when I'm filming. And I hope that you have a great time going into high school and that it's a smooth transition, but this like pivotal time of growing and change is probably going to be the most exciting part of your life. So look forward to it. Don't be too hard on yourself. I'd do it all over again if I could. Huh. I used to think about that, or me and my friend Alyssa used to talk about going back to junior high. If we could do everything over again, we'd be like, well, we'd be straight A students and we'd be the popular kids. Which is funny because when we graduated high school, we were both like in the yearbook as the social butterflies, and we had no idea people even saw us that way. Oop. Sorry. Where are we? No. It's like asking me to block people or something, and I'm like, no, don't block people. Okay, in this time of my life, I feel like I lost myself. I don't know where I stand anymore. That is absolutely normal at really any point in your life, and it's just about finding who you are. And sometimes you just feel like you don't really have a core sense of your identity, I feel like, and that's when I feel like a lot of people like to explore, whether it's physically, like being a wanderlust and traveling, or reading a book, or exploring new talents and directions, or just like maybe my advice at your age would be to go look at things that you're like, oh, I'm too old to be a piano player or to be a dancer. I never started this when I was little, and everybody else that started when they were little is already good. And I think it's in those passions that you might find yourself, because that's where I found myself. So that's my cat fur, my best advice to give to you. And Grace, I tried to get the ginger cookie at Starbucks, but they didn't have it. Aw, dang. They actually gave, I think I mentioned in the video, but they gave me that ginger cookie for free. I was just at the Starbucks and the lady was like, "Do you want a ginger cookie?" And I was like, "Oh, thank you. Of course I will take a free cookie." And it was way better than I was expecting. It's like really soft and chewy. Whenever I go to get the chocolate chip one, they never have it either. It's so sad. Because, like, sometimes I'll go to Starbucks literally just for a chocolate chip cookie. And I'm like, I'll just bring it home and drink it with my coffee at home. But sometimes they don't have it. I just want people to see a new me, a me I haven't even met myself. Good. Maybe you will find that person. I'm sure you will find that person in the time ahead of you. I got the peanut one. Gross. Yes, I hate peanut butter cookies. They're the absolute worst. But I did just find out that the peanut butter cup cookie from Starbucks actually has like chocolate in it, and that's why it's called a peanut butter cup. So it's like the opposite of a peanut butter cup, I guess. But I don't know. That kind of makes it sound even worse to me. I just don't want it. But I hope that you find the ginger molasses cookie next time. Oh, excuse me. My friend Cheyenne walked out of school yesterday and didn't come back. Is she quitting school or she's dropping out? Bless you. Hey, Michael, how's it going? You're the last person I would have expected to see on my live stream. I don't know. I want to, but it doesn't seem like a thing. Maybe they just don't have it in your city. But you never know. I think there's another message there that I missed. Oh, no, I didn't. Bummer. Yeah, that would be a bummer. Oh, yeah. I think I need to figure out how to do a live stream with my actual camera because I have a DSLR, which is a much better camera, and I have a microphone. But like I was saying, when I tried to do a live stream before, it didn't really work out so well. It sounded like a paranormal activity. You wish you were born in the 1950s. I used to wish that all the time. All the time, all the time, all the time. Like, I grew up always loving all of the 1950s stars. Like, I loved Judy Garland. I was obsessed with Marilyn Monroe. I loved Fred Astaire. I loved Gene Kelly. And when I was in musical theater school, everybody compared me to Gene Kelly. Everybody compared me to Gene Kelly. And I personally always was like wanting to be Fred Astaire. But the thing about the 1950s is what we see of the 1950s was so overly produced, and there was so much war propaganda, and everything was literally the black and white perfect Hollywood back then. And it was that way for a reason. They were there to entertain you, and a lot of these entertainers were actually very, very miserable and living very, very suppressed lives. And there's so much more freedom, and people have a lot more equal rights in 2018. So that's something that I like to think about, is how blessed we are in 2018 with all of the political movements that have happened since 1950. But it is something magical to look back on. Why don't you watch Miranda Sings? I thought you'd be a huge fan of that stuff. It's a form of musical theater. I think just because her fan base is more directed towards children. I guess I used to watch her videos a little bit back when I was like in high school. I don't know, when she first came out, before she had a Colleen channel, or at least I didn't know about it. But then I started watching her Colleen channel, and I just liked her true personality a lot more than the character she was playing. Can Canadians take back Justin Bieber? I actually love Justin Bieber. I didn't like him for the longest time. I thought he was a big douche, and especially like how he does a lot of public performances. And I think that creeps back into him a lot, especially when he's doing anything public. And I think it's just a habit that he's developed from being a child star and being surrounded by yes men, basically, and just growing a giant ego during his adolescent years because he was not a very nice person. And, or at least he didn't act like one, or he didn't want us to think that he was a very nice person. And I don't know. I've just watched some more recent interviews. I'm a huge interview person. I watch a ton of celebrity interviews. But I've watched some more recent interviews, and he just seems to be a lot more humble and kind now. So I don't know. I give him a little more respect. That and he's Canadian. So. But anyways, this live chat is almost at half an hour, and I should probably go. So if you guys have any last questions or anything before we end the chat. Thank you, Michael. I wasn't expecting you to pop up here. I didn't know how often you actually see my comments or anything, but yes, of course, I'm super proud to support you, and thanks for watching and supporting my channel. Good night, night lights. I have a night light on right now because there's no light coming from outside. It's the middle of the night. Thank you, Bren. I hope you rest well and have a great day tomorrow as well. Have a nice sleep. Asked you for email via Instagram DM. Yeah, of course. I actually don't think I have any like pen pals via email, so feel free to send me a message. Friday, yay! I work. I get up at 4 in the morning, so another Friday, but it'll be good. I hope. Anyways, I'm gonna end this live stream. So have a good night, all of you guys, and thank you to all of you guys. I don't know how to end this. Do I press the X? I guess. Bye.